Go your own way. Go your own way. Hey, thank you for coming by Tori Magoo 44. The day after our picket, we did it. You can go your own way. Alright, hang on. I'm going to talk to you for a minute. I love that song. And if you guys want to send me some music, because I know, I've just got my old little songs that I listen to. So send me some music if you've got something that you like that, you think, she's got to get some new music. Okay, so here you go. It's the day after the picket. Congratulations. We had a fabulous picket here in Los Angeles. We had about 46 people, which some people have been worried about the numbers. And I want to tell you a couple of things. First of all, to everybody that came out and picketed around the world yesterday, thank you. Someone just talked to me, reading me a letter that a lady wrote to this person. And I mean, it was incredible. He started crying after reading it because it's so beautiful. And she's talking about how her daughter had disconnected from her, which is Scientology's way of breaking up a family, right? They won't talk to you, just like most of my friends will talk to me or my husband of 27 years, right? It's very bad. But Anonymous was there, and they locked him in the building for 6 hours, okay? And her daughter, from that, woke up. And you know what? And I call it that because it is. It's sort of like you're in a coma and you really believe Scientology. And then all of a sudden it's like, how could these people, what possible message could they be saying that's so horrible that I literally have to be locked in a building, right? And that's because of the picketing that you all did. And I, not being part of Anonymous, because I've already been out speaking for 8 years, I'm not anonymous per the definition, but I am friends with a lot of anonymous, and a lot of people write me emails and letters telling me these fantastic stories of how they were in, now they're out, now they're free, now they're getting their money back. It's like you guys are doing a fantastic job. And it's like the guys that don't come, hey, that's their loss. Because this is fantastic. And you guys are doing great. And I want you to know that it doesn't matter if it's one person, 15 people, 40 people, 100 people, or 1,000 people. It doesn't matter. It's the exact same thing that's going to happen inside Scientology. They go nuclear. They lock people in. They spread all these lies about whoever it is that's out picketing. I mean, it's amazing. And what happens in your head, this happened to me, and I was out handling the critics. Not like these guys, because I was a little bit different, but you can go see me on Xenu TV. The first thing with Magoo Dancing in Boston is me outside trying to handle Brian. And you can see how I was. But the point is, at some point you go, like for me, it was like once I realized Scientology was trying to stop free speech with the phony accounts I was opening, I had to go look on the net. And once I was on the net, I wasn't doing it for OSA, I was doing it for myself, but I thought maybe I could get ARS shut down, which is a big, huge news group, right? And so I was fighting the critics. I made 4,000 posts in 4 weeks. Granted, they were cuckoo. I don't think I honestly knew consciously what I was doing, but I think subconsciously I knew the critics knew something I didn't know. And I wanted to know what it was. And you have to remember, Scientologists want to know. That's why they got into Scientology, right? So the more you can communicate with them in a good way, the more effective you're going to be. I went up to Tim 3 different times, who's an OSA handler, and said very nicely, Tim, different things. I'm not going to say what I said because OSA will get in there and pound him. But Tim knows what it is, and he ran down the street each time. Which to me, I'm laughing because they sell communication. TR0 is the ability to confront anyone, anywhere, at any time. I have that. I already had it before I got in Scientology because my parents were great communicators. But the point is, Tim obviously does not, or he wouldn't have to run away, right? And Anonymous witnessed it too. A really funny thing that happened is way up the street. It turned out later on, after the picket was over, some friends and I went to eat. We ran into a Scientologist. He came and talked to me and said, I was watching you talk to Tim. And I couldn't believe it. I mean, he's in, but he's out. He's under the radar, right? He's not really someone that's actively in Scientology. But he said, I watched you talking to Tim, and he said it was like watching, a jackpot hit. You could see in his head the lights going on. He was kind of brightening up, and then glazed over, and he was back being Tim. And it's pretty amazing, and it was really amazing to me to run into this person, and that he could see it. Do you see what I mean? So you don't know what you're doing. Like my red horns that you can see them at zenutv.com. I wore those because I knew Scientology would lie and say, oh, Tori's just out handling the critics. So I wore the horns to say, A, I'm not handling the critics, I'm with the critics. And B, to make fun of their SP declare, which of course I've shown you, where they declared me as suppressive, and I knew they would, right? But one of the top people is out of Scientology just because of those red horns. Because he saw my red horns, thought, why does Tori have on red horns? And from that, went on the internet, read things, looked at things, learned the facts. He's out. He's free, right? And so tons and tons of people that, because of the picketing that you people have been doing, are free. They're willing to speak out. They've started websites. There's like a lot of fantastic things that have happened and continue to happen because of the people that are picketing. And I just wanted to tell you that and tell you I had a fabulous time yesterday. And to the people that keep saying I'm getting paid to do this, could you please send me my checks? Because I am not getting paid for this. And I don't mind getting paid for it if someone would like to pay me. I would love to make some money on it. I think it would be very fun. And I might even start a nonprofit organization, to help people getting out of cults. But the point is, it's another one of Scientology's flat-out lies. I don't get paid, neither does Anonymous, and this is just another one of their bogus things. But I will tell you, I believed it when I was in. I did think the top SPs must be getting paid, because who would spend time doing this if they weren't getting paid? But the truth is, and other people say, oh, Magoo, move on, do something else. There's bigger problems in the world. Of course there are bigger problems in the world. And I do other things in the world than this. I'm not going to tell you what they are because I know Scientology will be right there sliming me. But this is something that I did have 30 years of training in. And I'm pretty good at what I do. And I know it because I know what I'm talking about. Okay? So that's why I do it. And I care about people. I think of me at 22, and if someone had just gotten to me at 22 and could share what I know, I wouldn't have got into that cult, and thus would probably have had a very different life. So for that reason, and just for many, many reasons, that's why I speak out. But I'm not getting paid for it, and that's something that if people want to pay me, I'm happy to receive any contributions you would like to give me, donations. You could be a patron meritorious, $250,000. That's what David Miscavige gets. Anyway, thank you, Anonymous. I'm joking. Have a wonderful week and keep coming and picketing. We're having another one in November, and stay active. It is creating fabulous effects. Bye-bye.